Hey YouTube world, it's me Coco and I am back here with another video. So lately, don't judge my shirt, my baby done threw up on me and I'm not about to change my shirt, okay? But for the past few days I've been thinking, right? Thinking about how can I give you all consistent content, without overdoing myself, and I came up with something, right? So I have Tarot Tuesdays where I will do the weekly zodiac tarot scope, right? And if y'all want random messages, y'all can follow me on TikTok. I do random daily messages on TikTok from time to time. Then I have Talk My Ish Thursdays where I talk about controversial topics and I will talk about things to challenge your beliefs, right? Whether it be something here in the physical or whether it be something in the spiritual. I'm here to really challenge our beliefs, right? And then I have Soul Saturdays, which I talk about my personal journey, my soul evolution, because I've started from the bottom and I've came a pretty long way. Even before I fully became aware, I was kind of aware, but that's something I'm going to talk about in my personal soul journey video. But I feel like a lot of my journey is something to really share with you all. And yeah, I started from the bottom of the bottom. I'm not quite at the middle, but I'm not quite at the bottom, and y'all get to see my progress. All right, we're gonna grow together as a family. Okay, y'all gonna watch me grow, y'all gonna watch my children grow, right? And I might post something like in between days or something if I feel called to, but Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays are going to be my main days for sure, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so as y'all know, today's Thursday, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into it with Talk My Ish Thursdays. Okay, so for today's topic, I'm going to talk about the fake spiritualists and the fake light workers. And yes, there are fake spiritualists and fake light workers out there. And what I mean by that, these are the people who preach love and light only, you know, who preach toxic positivity and teach the wrong way of the law of attraction. Okay, and mind you, even before I became conscious of my journey, these are some practices that were naturally instilled in me somehow, some way, you know. So everything again that I always speak on, for the most part, especially when it comes to like the soul's journey and like the actual, lifestyle itself, like life journey itself, 9 times out of 10, I'm speaking on my own personal experience. Okay, but yeah, like I said, they preach toxic positivity. They preach to ignore your current reality, and pretty much they want you to daydream some shit. Okay, and let's be honest, that shit is not possible. Okay, I am a mom of 3 children, all under the age of 5, and they are all dependent on me. How how am I going to ignore my current reality? How am I really going to work hard on ignoring my current reality if my current reality won't let me do a lot of the work that these fake spiritualists preach, right? Okay. I call myself a middle world worker. I teach you how to embrace your soul / your spiritual journey and how to embrace your human life experience, right? I teach you how to manage using your shadow self and using your light self, right? And that's what a lot of us teach. Everybody go by their own name, but I call myself a middle world worker because again, I'm in the middle. I'm teaching you from here and I'm teaching you from there, right? Because understand that when you are on your soul's journey, right, you need your shadow self. You need your shadow self to tell a bitch off. You need your shadow self to fuck a bitch up. Sometimes me personally, I don't believe in hexing, but sometimes you might have to hex a bitch because I feel like there's a bitch that I need to hex and I'm trying so hard not to hex her because hexing is not my forte, you know. and I believe in karma, so I do not try to hex nobody. But anyways, if push comes to shove, my shadow side will have to step up and do the work for me, right? If I'm preaching to you love and light all the time, how you really going to defend yourself, right? Let that sink in. How you going to defend yourself if you don't, you know? Shadow self, understand there are some parts of yourself that you should keep to yourself, right? Your shadow self also helps you keep certain things to yourself, because think about it, the light and the dark, right? The light illuminates everything. So if you just all love and light and da 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 da, people gonna see everything. Sometimes you need to move in silence. Sometimes you just need to do certain shit to yourself, by yourself. And that's where the shadow side come in, to protect all that light energy that you are trying to keep silent, right? There's really a balance in shadow self and light self. And yeah, talking about toxic positivity. You cannot ignore your current reality, okay? Understand that, yes, life is hard, right? And no, you shouldn't just dwell over what's not going your way. But at the end of the day, it doesn't mean ignore it, you know? Like, okay, you just lost your job today, okay? Don't ignore that shit. Don't sit up here, oh, life happens, it is what it is. No, if you feel upset, pay homage to your emotions, because when you don't let your emotions out properly, that shit builds up inside of you. One, it messes up your energy frequency. So when it comes to the law of attraction, you can't even attract nothing, because you're really not vibrating on the level that you pretend to be. And then two, that shit physically eats you up. You know, I know a lot of people carry stress in their neck and their shoulders, their lower back. Me personally, my stomach hurt. You know, we get headaches. We get all these deficiencies because we're letting our negative emotions stay inside of us and eat us up, right? You got to express that shit. You got to let that shit out, whether it be, you know, you going to the gym and you working that shit out, you writing that shit out, you using that negative energy to do some candle magic or to do some type of manifestation technique, right? That's what they don't teach you. You can pay homage to your emotions and your feelings, and you can put these negative feelings and these negative emotions into other things, right? Like, just because you feel bad does not mean that it's bad. At the end of the day, nothing is neither good or bad. Everything is how we make it. But I will say that the things that we deem as bad tend to have more power if you think about it. Even if you think about it in the movie sense, right? You always see when it comes to the good people and the bad people, the good people always got to jump one bad person because they're just not strong enough to deal with this bad person. You know, that's how powerful that energy is, and that's okay if you know how to use it. These fake light workers don't teach you how to use that energy. We need people that's going to teach us how to use that energy, right? I'm one of those people that's going to teach you those energies. That's how you know if somebody's a real spiritual or a real soul person, rather a fake one, because a real one is going to teach you how to use that shit. A fake one is going to teach you how to ignore that shit, and that's some real shit, okay? And when it comes to the law of attraction, understand that know what you think is not what you get, okay? You have to have action behind what it is that you want or what it is that you don't want, okay? So example, again, you lost your job. You don't want to go into debt, right? Okay, you're not just going to necessarily go into debt because you didn't lose your job. You're going to go into debt because you did the actions that was needed for you to go into debt. Like not apply for another job, just sit on the couch all day and not do nothing, not come up with a way to make a side hustle, you know, spending money frivolously when you know that you don't have it. You know, everything takes action. When it comes to the law of attraction, you need your intentions and you need your actions as well to follow the law of attraction. That's what people don't teach you. That's just like the Christians back in the day, pray and have faith and God is going to do everything. And I'm not bashing Christians, right? Because I personally was never religious, but I went to church and okay, give me a second. Go get a bottle of water. I went to church and, you know, stuff like that. So I was once there. But what I'm saying is just praying and just writing and all this and all that, that's not going to cut it. You have to put action into what it is that you want, right? Sorry, y'all. That's what it needs me. Here, you gotta stay out the camera. Okay. And let's talk about when you actually want to manifest something. You can't just sit up here and say, I want $1,000 and just sit there and not do nothing. That's not how it works. You can think about $1,000. You can wish for $1,000. You can draw $1,000. You can write $1,000. But if you don't put in the action to get that money, you're not going to get that money. When it comes to putting in actions, what can you do to make that $1,000? Right? Since everybody wants to talk about physical things, what can you do to make that $1,000? It's not going to come to you just for sitting on the couch all day and watching TV. It's definitely not going to come to you if you spend the money every single weekend. Okay? Like, when it comes to the law of attraction, you have to have your intention and you have to have your action to follow out, to go together, and to align that on the level of whatever it is that you want. And let's talk about what we want to manifest. Please understand, y'all. Our physical reality is a manifestation of our internal reality, okay? Understand that if we are at conflict with ourselves, we are going to be at conflict with other people. If we are poor within, spiritually poor, soul poor, whatever you want to call it, if we're poor within, we're going to be poor in the physical, okay? And understand that there are levels to richness, right? Just because you don't have $1,000 don't mean that you're poor. I mean, think about it. You got a steady roof over your head, you got constant food in your mouth, you got clothes on your back. That's riches right there. Like, you don't have to stress about how you're going to get it, when you're going to get it, because you know, like, that's going to happen, right? That's a form of being rich that people tend to underestimate. And then when it comes to doing the internal work, before we manifest something coming to us in the physical, we should manifest doing the inner work. And I'm speaking from experience myself, because, you know, of course, starting my soul's journey, you know, I want this, I want that, especially when spirituality became the mainstream trend, right? You know, I see people want to manifest relationships and manifest money and manifest this and that or whatever. So yeah, I started off manifesting material things and I got everything that I wanted, right? I got me an iPhone 11. I got me an iPad, which I'm recording my videos on. I've done came into a lot of money. Me personally, I'm not the type of person to manifest love if it's not self-love, because I'm not going to mess with the free will of other people. But I will say that it takes time for this stuff to happen, right? It takes time for everything to happen. But my throat is irritating. Sorry, you guys. But yeah, when it comes to physical manifestations, everything will come easier if we do the inner work first. I cannot express to y'all enough how much easier things come to me since I've done the physical work. I lied to you not. Since I moved into my apartment, I've been doing a lot of inner work, right? And when I had my daughter, I wanted to take her to my grandparents' house so the whole family can see her, right? And my ride had canceled on me. I didn't have no money for an Uber. And even if I did have money, like, I live like an hour away, so Uber was fucking expensive, okay? You know, I've been doing the inner work. So when it came to me manifesting what I wanted, I manifested a ride and I manifested some funds. And I said, bless me with a financial offering. I don't even care how much it is. And guess what? My mother called me an Uber and my grandfather gave me some money. And I'm not talking about no little bit of money. He done gave me some money, right? Okay? Because I've been putting in the inner work and I show gratitude with what it is that I was manifesting while I was manifesting. Gratitude is another thing that that ties in with manifesting as well. And then also you have to find the manifestation technique that works for you. Just because this light workers say, yeah, this is a guaranteed way, the 369 method is a guaranteed way, bullshit. You have to find what works for you. A lot of people, give me a second. I'm about to make dinner in a second, okay? A lot of people aren't even writers, okay? Let's be honest. Writing is not the only way to manifest. You can verbally speak your intentions, right? Yes, writing does help, but everybody isn't a writer. That's not everybody's form of technique. Me personally, I can write or I can use fire. Those seem to be my two, and I can use water. Okay? You got to find what works for you. Just because some person say, yes, this is the guaranteed way, does not mean that's the only guaranteed way. And that's what a lot of people don't tell you. They won't say that, yeah, this worked for me, but here's some other options. Or, you know, and then they don't even tell you the backstory to their manifestations, like, you know, how long it really took. You know, they be like, yeah, I done manifested this and I done manifested that. Okay, but how long did it take though? You got people out here thinking that they're going to get what they want the next day, the next week, or even the next month. But how long did it take you to get what you want? Like, I know me, it took me a few months to get my iPad. It took me a few months to get my phone. It took me like 2 months to get my phone. I was contemplating my iPad, but when I set my mind on it, it only took me a month. My spiritual, like my inner healing was happening like clockwork. You know why? Because it didn't take other people's energies to bring me to where I wanted to be. Okay, that's light workers don't teach y'all all this. These fake light workers don't teach y'all all this. Okay. Okay. But I'm not going to wrap y'all up for too much longer. I'm going to let y'all go. I'm gonna try to keep my videos relatively short because I know that people don't want to be watching videos all day. But anyways, thank you for supporting. Thank you for watching. I really and truly appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart because y'all care about little old me. Y'all care about me. That is a beautiful thing. You know, to have people that really care what you have to say, even if you don't care about me, to care about what I have to say is an awesome thing. Okay, it just makes me feel appreciated. But anyways, y'all, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Feel free to comment anything that y'all want me to talk about, whether y'all comment on a video or y'all come to me in my inboxes. And yes, inboxes, because y'all got me on Facebook and Instagram, probably even Snapchat. But yeah, if y'all want me to talk about something, feel free to let me know whatever it is that y'all want to talk about. I'm open to talking about pretty much anything. The only thing that I would say is off topic is COVID-19, because yeah, they're real sensitive about that right now. So anything other than that, I guess, let me know. Enjoy the rest of y'all day.